Hello, Brother Sewing and Crafting family. Angela Wolf here, and I'm so excited to see you. We have another fun project for you today. Actually, projects. Did you watch a couple episodes ago when Kim was on here doing all these fabulous refashioning projects? Well, she's got more, and you're going to love all this. So say hi, say where you're from. We are streaming on YouTube and Facebook on Brother Sews, and we will be monitoring your chat. So if you have questions or comments, leave them below. It's so nice to see you. So welcome to the party, Kim. I'm so happy to see you.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. So I have to tell you, after your last show, I had some of my family members watch it because my sisters and my mom, we have all those things that you were talking about. And I said, okay, Kim's coming back on. So go to your closet, take notes, and let's see what else we can rehab. So I can't wait to see what you have for us today.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to show you because I want to get this done because every time I think I'm done, I get another idea. This morning I got another idea. It's like, oh, I'm just going to do one more. So I hope I can get to everything.
All right. Well, I'll let you take it away, and everyone else leave comments below. And I can't wait to see what you have. And I would love to know if you guys are going to try this or if you tried some of her past ones.
Definitely. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to start with one of my older projects, and I just love this jacket. Normally when I finish a quilt, I end up with all these little bits and pieces left over. And I had all of this hand-dyed fabric, and I was making a pieced quilt with it. It's up on my bed right now. But the pieces that were left over in my trash can from paper piecing were so pretty that I wanted to keep them. So normally I just stack them all up, stick them in a shoebox, and then forget about them for about 10 years. And, so this time I just really wanted to use these pieces. So I got busy and I made this jacket. And how I did it, I took the pattern, the jacket pattern, and cut it out and then pinned it to black fabric and took a marker and just outlined the pattern pieces. So I had left and right front, I had the back, and I had the sleeves. And I just marked it on the fabric. And then I kind of rough cut that out, leaving plenty and plenty of seam allowance. And then on each of those pieces, the front and the back and the sleeves, I just started fusing all these little triangles that I had and just put them in a nice, just a kind of an interesting pattern. I thought it was interesting at the time, but I got to use all these little scraps. And then once I got them all fused as yardage, I did some free motion. You can see it's kind of sloppy, kind of sketchy, just free motion, like thread painting. Here's a good opportunity for you to use your decorative threads, your free motion on your machine. Okay.
That's so cute, Kim. I love that. I love that. And you know what else? I love how it's kind of like a messy sewing because you don't have to be super particular. And I love that rough edge.
I love the rough edge. And I did it like that because I'm not a real precise machine quilter. So if you can't sing good, sing loud, right? So I just decided this is how I do. So once it was kind of just thread painted over, then what came next? Oh, then I layered it up with some real thin batting and some black, another layer of black. And I just did some just plain old quilting, and I'm not sure it's going to show up. I used monofilament thread. You can hopefully you
can see it.
Okay, so I used monofilament thread on that, and just kind of stuck it together, and then serged it. Took it to my serger and just serged it together. It's a real lightweight spring jacket, and then just did a nice binding. I did a bias binding because of the curves at the front and of the neck. So there's all my beautiful colors, and I can wear them now instead of leaving them folded up in a box and it's just kind of unique. I just really enjoyed this. And you can do this on tote bags, whatever
That
strikes.
looks like such a stylish jacket too. Simple, but easy with the binding going around. That's really cute. I'll bet you I would live in that.
It's very simple and it's really lightweight. I mean, I can't remember. It's been a while since I made it, but I can't remember what the batting was, but it's super thin. I might have even used a piece of flannel or something. I can't remember. But so on the snippets, yes, I just have my notes so I don't forget because I keep having more ideas. Okay, the next thing I wanted to show you, we're going to be getting a puppy soon. And I learned from my daughter, who has the same breed of puppy that we're getting, is her dog Lolly loves to chew and scratch. And I made Lolly a really pretty quilt with embroidered letters with her name on it. And the embroidered letters kind of stand out a bit. So Lolly is always pulling, like scratching at that because it's got some texture to it. So I'm aware because my other grand dog, my son's grand dog, is a chewer. So
I'm just laughing at this because I'm just thinking this is a good. Everyone that has a dog is going to want to do what you're going to do here because they're going to try to keep the dog away from the furniture.
Yeah, yes. So this is made out of pant legs. So I took these pant legs and I just started sewing them together. I serged them actually. I serged them together. Let me get rid of all this and show you. So I started serging and then I would just slice them apart, serge them back together, slice them apart, serge them back together. And I just kept doing that. And every time I would make a serged edge, I would bring it to the machine and use my top stitching foot. Can you see it?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So now it's really secure. If the puppy starts pulling on that, I'm planning on this taking a while to pull apart. So as I'm stitching, there's no plan to this. I mean, I will probably do this next. Sew this big seam together part way, chop off the part that doesn't, that's not straight, flip it around, and I'll just keep doing that. And then eventually I end up with these little tabs that stick out. This is a chewy tab. I inserted one of these in the one seam, so it's really tight in there. And most of our machines are going to go through all this thickness. I did use a blue jean needle.
Wow.
I'm just going to keep going over and over and over that till I get something like this. Here's the little ears, the little tabs, the little scratchy things, the super stitched corners. And can you hear this?
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go. So what's in there? I was concerned, and I said, I know they're going to chew through this. I know they're going to rip it apart. And whatever's inside, I don't want them to choke on or hurt their teeth or their gums. So this one has a gum box and an empty spool. And then I just taped it around and around and around. And I know they can get to it, but there's nothing to choke on. And as long as I'm paying attention, even if they get it out of there, it's fine. So this one that I'm doing, whoops, which is the front. Here we go.
Oh my, Kim, this is so funny. I'm going to have to make one of these because my brother's dog, we keep giving him items and they have eyeballs on it. The eyeballs are gone within 3 seconds and the whole thing is ripped apart until they can get to the little noisy piece in 3 seconds. So I have to make this and see how long this can last.
Well, let me know. Since we're doing this today, I'm giving this to my daughter tonight. I want to know.
Yeah, we'll have to compare notes.
I know that they want to get to the noise maker. So
They
that's why I
do.
wrap a lot of tape around it. I make it out of something that they can't choke on quickly. So this one, I'm using a little tin, and then I'll take the tape and just start taping it down. Whoops. And around. And I know they can open this eventually, but it won't be real quick, you know. And there's nothing here that they can splinter or choke on. So I'll just be doing this to it. And then to further recycle, I have my old painting rags. These are freshly laundered, by the way. But see, some of them got cut accidentally. So I'm going to wrap it in that. Instead of using new batting or something, I'm just going to wrap it in a couple of these towels. However many I need to make it fit into the final shape that this is going to end up being. And then I'll just keep stitching it and poking and making little, little grabby parts. So I'm not sure. Our puppy's probably going to be bigger than hers when it's full grown. So I might end up, this one might end up being a little bit bigger, but there's a noise.
I love that.
And don't forget, you can also embroider on these. I didn't because I was afraid they would chew on the embroidery. I just wanted to make sure that, this gives them a little surface to scratch against. Lolly really enjoys scratching against something that's got, that tough seam on it. So
this is a fun idea. I'm really curious to see. I mean, I know this is going to work because I can just think of the little animals that they keep ripping apart, and they're sewn very quickly. They're sewn out of soft fabrics. This could really be a game changer. Kim, I think you're very entrepreneurial on your ideas for your new puppy to save your furniture.
Well, and I have an unlimited supply of old denim, which you're going to see. I have a lot of denim projects. So, okay, so that's the dog toy. Oh, here's a quick one. My needle disposal. These are old prescription bottles. And I poked a hole in the top and I used fused fabric and I wrote broken and dull.
Oh, good idea.
So when I have broken needles, I just pop them in there. I would not use this as a noisemaker and a dog tool, though.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that just thought that. Do not put that in there.
Do
But
not.
you know what? That's a great idea. I have a lot of friends that say that they'll use pill bottles and stuff like that, but I like having that label around it so you know what it is, because you can just keep them in there and then throw them out when you're ready. Good idea.
Yeah, when you have enough. The funny thing is when people see this, it's like broken dull. That's so depressing. It's like, no, it's broken needle. It's fine.
Oh, Kim, I have to ask you then. You probably you're not even prepared for this question, but how do you store your rotary blades that are dull?
They get dull. I've never changed one.
Ever?
No, I have. I've changed a few. I actually take the new one out and put the old one in the packaging and just, like tape down, like fold down the packaging over the blister wrap or whatever and just throw it away like that.
Okay, that's what I do too. I just didn't know if you had anything ingenious because you always have such fun things, but that's a good one to protect the blade from not getting cut. So
yeah, I throw light bulbs away like that too. I put it into another box and then seal the box and put it inside of a, like a plastic grocery bag or something and tie it real tight.
So they don't break.
Yeah, so if they do break, it won't, cut you.
All right, I like the pill. I like the pill bottle needle holder.
Okay, so let's keep going. This is also kind of old. I love to upcycle jackets. I saw this one at the secondhand store, and I thought the cut was kind of cute because I wanted to use kind of a garage theme, like a car garage theme for little girls. So I really
that's cute.
Isn't it cute? Now this jacket though, it had stains on the front. So down here on the front, there were some dark stains and I didn't know what the stains were and I couldn't get them out. And I thought, okay, if you can't beat them, join them, right? So I just used textile paint and I just added to it. I covered up the stains with some paint splotches. Of course, once you start doing it, you have to do it to everything. You can't cover up 2 little splotches and expect it to be done. But yeah.
That's beautiful.
So instead of this being not usable at all, I upcycled a bunch of buttons for the collar and used some fabric and did the little cuffs. And of course, our beautiful Disney designs.
I love that. My nieces would absolutely love this. I'm thinking of my niece that, actually all 3 of my nieces, the 6-year-olds and the 13-year-old are going to love this. This is like a perfect.
Perfect. I'll save it for them. So I'll just mention though, the reason this is so easy to do, I didn't come into embroidery at the beginning when you learned how to use the grid, and center your design and get it all perfect in there. I came in with the Dream Machine. So I've always had a camera and now I have a projector too. So I was able to hoop this, scan the hoop, line up my design and my text at different times. And I was able to place it exactly where I wanted it to go without getting stuck up on that heavy seam.
Oh yeah, you could place it just right.
Just misses it. And the spacing is perfect. And I was able to get that done using the camera and the projector. So otherwise,
that you're so right though. The way technology has come around with the Brother embroidery machines, between the Luminaire, the Stellaire, the Dream Machine with the cameras, that has made it so much easier for placement. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it really does. I don't even know if I could go back to the old way, because I think I'm just so used to just having the projector right there. Perfect.
I know. And at first I thought, it's kind of like when we first had backup cameras on our car. Everybody's like, oh, I've been backing out of parking spaces forever. And then you start thinking, do not take that away now.
Right.
Like, I didn't think I would use the projector. And then I started using the projector and I can't go back now. So I'm spoiled. Unfortunately, I'm spoiled. But I've never used those plastic clear grids. Because we have snowman, we have the grid, we have the projector and the camera. So to me, I'm just very visual. I'm not very mathy at all.
I would love to know in the comments with everyone watching, what's your favorite embroidery placement technique? That would be a good question. Projector, camera, even if you don't have those things, do you have any tips? Share it in the comments. We'd love to hear it.
Mm-hmm. It's been wonderful. So, Angela, I'm going to save this for your nieces.
Oh, wonderful. They're going to love that, except you better give it to the older niece, because the twins would want the same one. They'd like the same thing, so you'd have to make 2. So we'll give this one to Allie.
Well, you've got a machine too,
Yeah, but yours are so fun.
Okay, let me see what to talk about next. Okay, so I will go to the machine in a few minutes, but right now I have this jacket that I love. I wear this all the time when it's cold. I'm in Ohio. It's just a cute little swing jacket. And I just love it. It's cozy. It's got the funnel neck. I just love this jacket. And I went to pull it out recently and there was a hole in it. It's wool. So instead of getting rid of it, let me see, how can I have that show up?
Yeah, we can see that, right? Perfect, right there.
Okay. So I decided just to embroider a little bee over that hole. So here's the inside of it. There's just a little bit of stabilizer. It was bigger than that. and I haven't finished pulling that out. So now you can hardly even tell that it's there from a distance, but if you do, it's like, it's just a cute little bee on the back.
That's a really cute idea.
And this is built into the luminaire, and I wrote it down as category 13, and it's design number 19. I use this bee on everything. Actually, I used it right here. You can't see it real clearly, but there's one right here on this tablecloth because I accidentally cut a hole in the tablecloth one day when I was cutting something out. So now it just looks like a little brocade, and, you know, do it all in one color. Just touch the one spool so that it does it all in one color. So
super cute.
That's that one. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's do this one. So I found this beautiful Ralph Lauren coat, not a Brother product. It's a beautiful coat. It's all this really super soft wool. It's got a velvet collar. I loved it, but the inside lining was torn to shreds. So I decided to just start embroidering. I'm going to put these letters like tumbling all the way from the top all the way down, so they'll start real tiny up here and get bigger and bigger and bigger till they get to the bottom. And then around the collar, I'll have some that are standing up back here and have a stand-up collar with the fonts dripping down the front. So I just love this. And the thing that I think really was prohibiting other people from taking it was that this was the lining, and it's just a big hot mess. Here's the arm. Can you imagine? I mean, this is terrible.
Oh yeah, that is a hot mess. Kim, I think you and I have the same dictionary. That is my favorite word for that.
So I'm saving this though, because I can use this satin for something else. But I did buy new heavy satin, and I'll be using this as the pattern to make a new lining, which will probably also have embroidery on it. But the problem on this coat, first of all, a couple of buttons were missing, which is fine because I have some funky buttons I'm going to use anyway. But the buttonholes are worn out. And some of them have, like, see that slit?
Oh yeah.
And then they're just worn out around the wool. Like, they're just thin. The fabric is real thin there. So my solution is, that's fine. I don't care about that because I can make new buttonholes. So I can embroider a new buttonhole. I can just, this is on heavy felt, not the floppy one, but this is the more firm. Pull it off of the tearaway stabilizer. I can just cut this out as close or as far away as I want because it's not going to show up on the felt. So when I stitch this on, I'll use black thread, and I'll just stitch around the outside of it. I'll see how it looks. Maybe I'll need to do a little extra on it. And then place the buttonhole right over the old one.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. That's a buttonhole?
That's a buttonhole. Yep. So here's the buttonhole part. So you just open that up. Oops. Just open that up.
That's so cute.
And then, you know, you can do any kind of buttonhole you want, but I'm going to find some real funky ones. Inside, built into the stellare, there's some really cool buttonhole embellishments. Check them out.
I should go check them out. I haven't worked on buttonholes in a while. That's very inspiring. Can you imagine just a whole set of those on both sides of the jacket?
Yep. Oh, both sides. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I can do that.
I think that would just be so rich.
And then here too, like you can put extra ones on here. You can have it connected, like do the fold up cuff or whatever. But So that was my solution. That was really the only thing I couldn't fix. I knew I could fix the lining, but the buttonholes were just so worn out, and it's a pretty big wear pattern around it. And it's like, that doesn't matter. I can even do like a whole strip of felt, do them all in one big strip,
Oh, yeah.
and then just place them carefully and make that a decorative panel down the front somehow. So those are some of the ideas for this beautiful wool coat. It's so soft. I wish you could feel it. It's just, it's wonderful. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, let me show you this. This is an old bulletin board that I had. And these are pockets that I took off of old jeans. And the background, I just pinned it up here because I'm not exactly sure where this is going to go yet. I just pinned it, but this is actually some upholstery fabric. And I pinned these to the board, but I'm going to stitch them down. And before I do that, though, I want to make sure that it has an opening at the top. I always picture having like family holidays. I know this will never happen, but can everybody just put your phone right in there? So
Yeah, that's a good idea.
put your phone in the little pocket for now. So when you're doing this, if you decide to do it, is cut out the pocket and then hold the bottom down flat and pull this up a little bit to give it a little bit of volume, and then pin it to the background, and then pin your bottom. I knew it.
Oh, now you're in trouble.
Now I'm in trouble. Anyway, there. You can read that. So there's a lot of things you can do on pockets too. You can sew those all together, like at the corners, and make a big wall hanging out of them and hang them up across a shower bar, or something like that to put little things in. You can stitch them together and wrap them around a plant, a ceramic pot, and put your gardening tools in there with,
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that one.
So there's a lot of things you can do with denim. Of course, there's always the quilts that you can make with denim. You've all seen that already, so I won't do that. But because I cut the legs and the pockets off, I have a lot of things like this.
Look at that.
So I just cut it. I cut it, straight. And now, I added the little.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then I have this belt that came off of this jacket, which I'm not going to be using. So I just took this, put it through the little belt loops, and then I can just tie this on, and I am ready to go.
Okay, that is really cute.
Got my pockets. So now I know what I can do with all of these. And again, these can all be embroidered. You can use your scan and cut to, the heat transfer vinyl to put things on there if you like. But
how did you finish on that? How did you finish the back side? I see you cut it straight, but then your back centerpiece, did you just fold that under or what?
No, I just serged it.
Oh, yeah.
This is the seam.
Uh-huh.
And then this was the cut edge that was just kind of raw, and I just
that's super easy.
I just serged it. I mean, it's a denim apron. It's it's not going to be in vogue anytime soon, probably. So
yeah, I don't know. Your ideas are pretty darn good. You might be careful what you ask for. Well, actually, you didn't ask for it, but I could definitely see that in the dog thing in the magazine.
I like the dog things. Okay, so this is a pant leg. the inside of a pant leg, and I stitched it across. I didn't stitch it straight though. I mean, I didn't line up the seams. So I stitched it across and then pinched the edges, stitched across the corners, and then trimmed that off. So now I have a flat bottom. So when you turn this, again, you can have a little gift bag. You can put a ribbon around here as a gift bag. You can wrap it around a pot.
Cute.
You can fold this under this way or over this way.
And just think of the embroidery you could add to that to make it customized.
I know. You could put a drawstring in there and pull it tight.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm going to show you if somebody has not yet used the ruffling attachment, there's going to be a run on these, I think. I made this little ruched flower and put this button in the middle, and you can add that to it.
Oh, you made that flower with the ruffling foot?
I did with this. I always have, here, let me show you my box. Oh, I have an extra pocket I didn't use. I have this whole box full of binding strips. Whenever I make binding, I just make extra just in case. And I've made so many cute baby quilts that have like 3 or 4 different bindings on them because, you know, there's not enough of something. So, but I always have these binding strips or long strips of fabric. So some of them, I just use it to tie up my stabilizer. Yeah. But this one, I was going to show you how the ruffler works. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything now. Let's see. Buttonholes. Okay, no, I'm good. Okay, so let me go over to the other machine and I will attach the ruffler for you and you can see how that works. And there's a couple settings on the ruffler. So there's 1, 6, and 12. And I'll explain what that is like when we go over there. Okay.
All right. So she's headed over to her machine. Drop your questions below. The ruffler foot, where can you get it? Call your brother dealer and they can ship it to you. This is going to be a lot of fun though. If you haven't seen this, this is priceless. I have not used this foot in a while, but when you do, it's kind of addicting, I think. You just want to ruffle everything because it's so fun.
It is fun, and it's really easy to install. I thought there was going to be more to it, but...
Kind of like the gathering foot on the serger. That one's just the same. It's like you just want to keep doing more because it's so fun.
Okay, so this is what it looks like.
I only see your... screen on your machine. Oh, there you are. Got it.
Okay. So this is the box. That's what it looks like. And this is what the foot looks like. Here, wait, let me get it up here so it's not so confusing. Where does it go? Okay. So you can see right here, hopefully, let me turn the light back down. Right here is the regular foot thing that we have on all of our feet. There's a little bar that goes across, and that just snaps on to the regular place where you put your foot. And then this part goes over the needle bar. So you just want to slide this into position. This little black hook is over the needle bar. And you just drop the foot and attach it. There we go. Okay. So now it's on there. So now we're going to touch sewing on the home screen and say okay. And let me see if I can get up really super close here without tipping this table over. Can you see those numbers?
Not really.
Okay.
All we see is the big green button.
Okay. Do you trust me though?
We trust you.
Okay.
We trust you. You just, you tell us what you have it at and we'll do it.
Okay. So the first setting, there's a star all the way at the far left. Just don't use the star. Forget about that one. Number 12 means that for every 12 stitches, it's going to take a tuck. The middle one is 6, and that means for every 6 stitches, it's going to take a tuck. And the first one is 1. So of course, every single stitch is going to have a tuck, which is how I did the little flower. So you're going to take your fabric, you're going to slide it between the bottom and the top here at an angle. I'm going to go in at an angle and then turn it. And I found that I have to start a little bit off. So don't count on getting it edge to edge. Just you'll need about an inch sticking out. Okay. I'm going to put the needle down, and I have it now on 12. So every 12th stitch is going to make a tuck. Isn't that cool? So
that's really cool.
So that's just a real nice, gentle tuck. Okay. And my needle just fell out. What the heck?
That's because you're live.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to come back in at a slight angle. And I'm going to switch it to 6. And now every 6 stitches is going to make a tuck. I'm going to cut that before it gets caught up here. Okay. So I'm going to cut the thread, pull it out. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, that's beautiful.
They're just perfect little tucks. Okay. Now we'll do number 1, go at an angle. And I have the foot right along the edge of the fabric. Oops. Okay. This one is really fun to watch. It just goes crazy.
For some reason, the camera is just freezing just a little bit. There you go. Now it's back in. It's just a little blurry. Could be the internet.
Oh, did it go out?
You're there. It's just kind of in and out.
Okay. So this one, I was trying a different little thing for flowers. Since I did that other one this morning, you can go zigzaggy, but look how tiny those little folds are. Just love it.
That's really tiny.
It is. I didn't think I'd like that, but man, I really like this one, especially for making embellishments on things. Or if you
So
want,
what setting did you put the foot on for that itsy bitsy one?
number 1.
Number 1. Okay.
Yeah. And for some reason, my needle moved also. Maybe get it back over there.
All of you watching, be sure to leave your comments and questions below. We'll be monitoring the chat there. We're not bringing them up on screen today, but we'll answer any questions that you have.
Okay.
So for some reason, Kim, your camera will go for a minute and then it freezes. So when you're finished, I'll have you bring the end results back to your table so we can actually see them a little better.
Okay. Well, I'm coming over now, so.
All right.
All right. So
here we go.
Here we go. So this is how it looks when it was set at number 12. Every 12.
Oh yeah, we can see that much better. Look at that.
This is when it was set at number 6.
Oh yeah. Big difference.
Yeah. And then this is how it looks when it's set at number 1. Every single stitch gets a tuck.
Wow.
And then I was doing some decorative thing. See if I can make it real wonky. I picture this on a hat brim, you know, like if you put kind of a wonky, instead of a flat ribbon, do something like around there with leaves sticking out or little vines or something. So that's this. Okay.
That's beautiful.
Let's see what's next. I feel like there were so many, so I'm going super fast and I don't want to leave anything out. Okay, the next thing was the neckties. So years ago, I went to my favorite store and they talked me into buying this vest. And I said, at the time, I said, I'm not really a vest person, but she said, no, it looks really good on you. So I bought the vest and I never wore it. And years later, I pulled it out and I said I would wear it if it was like a jumper or a dress. So I used these neckties and made it longer. So now I can wear this with tights or pantyhose and like, you know, flat shoes. And I just used the neckties and then took off the little tags that are on the back of the neckties.
That's beautiful.
And then put the other part around the neck. It had kind of a stand-up collar, so I just put them around the neckline as well. And then the buttons were from a garment that I had before. They're so cute.
Look at that button.
I just couldn't bear to part with these. They're so cute. So this was really fun, and you can see it has so far escaped embroidery on the back, but I'm thinking, I don't know what to put back here yet, so still thinking. Let me know if you have any ideas. And then I found this blouse at the secondhand store, and it just had a regular collar. So I added the ruffle to it. And I was planning to put a ruffle around the cuff as well, like sticking out of the cuff. So that's one upcycled garment that I wear quite often, actually. And then, since I have so many ties.
Oh my goodness. I need this in my studio. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That's so much fun. So did you just make that as a cover? Or did you just staple them down below?
No, this was a terrible chair. This had mouse droppings up inside. It was falling apart.
I did not expect the mouse part to come out on that.
Yeah, neither did I. It was shocking. And it had like straw or hay or whatever is in there. So I tore the whole thing apart, rebuilt it.
Oh, wow.
From scratch. So there's brand new foam, brand new cotton and Dacron on here. Put this fabric on top, did the welting on my machine. I have a special foot for the welting, and put this on first and then put the welting to cover the raw edge. So this chair was actually in pretty good shape. It didn't need, you know, to be stripped or painted. So the only thing left to do is to, I call it the undies, have to put the little fabric underneath here to cover this. So
that's adorable.
Isn't it cute?
So how many ties did it take about, would you say? 50?
Maybe 30, 35. And again, I serged the edge. I stitched them all together. You can see here, they're stitched together.
Oh, yeah.
And then I serged the whole edge of that long piece and then did the, I think I did maybe 6. I put the ruffler on maybe 6.
Okay.
And then gathered a little bit more because 1 was too much and 12 wasn't enough. So I did 6, but then I would just manually like squinch them together a little bit, just to get a little bit more, fluff in there.
That's
So,
adorable.
isn't it cute? I love these. So a lot of these old chairs, I've been embroidering the upholstery fabric. I'm making one now for my granddaughter's new room that's going to have lavender fur on its seat.
Oh.
And then I have a special design I'm doing on upholstery fabric that'll be on the it's a different kind of chair, but on the front of it, it's going to have a specific thing for her. And then the back has this like fuzzy polka dot upholstery. It's really cute. So,
as I'm talking to you, I'm looking at 2 chairs in my office. I've had them forever, and ever and ever. And it has fabric over the front, fabric on the legs. And speaking of animals, I had a cat for many, many years, like 25 years.
Oh,
And that cat like literally ruined those legs, but I've left it because I haven't found the right fabric that I want to decorate that with. But I love this tie idea. This would be really cute on there.
Yeah, just make it go down the floor. You won't see it.
Yeah. Yes, that's for sure. So anybody who hasn't made the dog toy yet, this would be a good idea to cover up your furniture. Well, actually, my sister-in-law, the dog ate her brand new shoes yesterday too. So I think she needs that dog toy really fast.
Get on it, Angela. Get on it.
Get on it. I've loved these ideas, Kim. You are so inspiring. It just makes me want to go through my place and look for things that I can rehab or refashion or reuse, because something that I think, oh, I'm not going to use this at all, like a bunch of scraps of fabric, like that first jacket, that's gorgeous.
And you can do that with your leftover quilt blocks too. Doesn't have to be just pieces. You can take UFO blocks, you can cut them apart, stitch them on a piece of fabric, and just make a whole cloth out of it. And then cut your jacket out and use up all those those kind of orphan blocks, and practice things when you're practicing your free motion quilting. Just stitch them all together, cut them up, sew them back together, and then cut out your jacket.
Or if you get a really good deal on those packages, the little quilt, they're like that big. There's a name for them. What do you call those things?
The cake things.
Is that what you call them? Like they're a whole bunch of pieces of fabric. They're in the quilting section.
Yeah, they're like 5-inch squares or something.
I remember thinking, who in their right mind would use this and why? Well, now I've learned through the years about quilting, but this I actually think would be a great idea for that.
Yeah, just all your leftover stuff. We're upcycling, trying to keep this stuff out of the landfills and give it new life. So, so I have one last one that I wanted to show. I did show this a couple weeks ago for the wedding. This was a jacket that I almost gave to the secondhand store because I loved it when I tried it on, but then I tried it on with a long sheer skirt. And then when I tried it on with black pants, I felt like a maitre d'. And that just wasn't what I was going for. So this is a short jacket. It just comes right to here. But I was never wearing it. So I just added some length. Again, the wedding dress lace.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful.
And on this side too, let's see if I can get the camera over there. Let's see.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love all the buttons.
And the buttons. And then on the back, I just did this real simple embroidery.
Wait, I recognize that design. Isn't that built into the machine?
It is.
I love it. Well, love. I really love the love.
I love. And also, let's see, where's that other one?
Is this fun or what? So did you actually sew all those buttons on or did you glue them? I'm just curious. I would probably have to sew them because they'd fall off.
Oh, yeah. No, they're stitched on. Can you see the inside?
Oh yeah.
I stitched them on on the machine, actually. So yeah, that was fun. And now it's fun to wear. And then I bought this, and it got too big for me because I was being really good with my diet. I don't know, maybe now it'll fit again, but isn't this pretty? This is also built into the machine.
You know, I have not embroidered either of those. I've seen them in there. They're beautiful.
They are.
But to see them on a garment, that's priceless. I mean, that's beautiful.
It was a really nice linen jacket. I felt bad that I wasn't wearing it at all. I did open it up. I opened up the lining. So
oh yeah.
I'll need to stitch that back down, but I think I'm
What
going to
kind
be...
What kind of stabilizer did you use for that jacket? Because I know a blazer would be a little bit trickier.
This is a fusible, it's like a garment, like what you put in the collars.
Oh, like fusible interfacing?
Yeah, I used that. I think that's all I used, actually.
Wow. Well, that's a great idea because it would keep it stable, but then it would keep the fabric nice and soft.
Yeah, and it did. I mean, it's really, I just love it.
Oh, good idea. I've got lots of that stuff.
So I'm going to probably be wearing this in Paducah, heading for Paducah on the 23rd. So if you're in Paducah, come on by the Brother booth. So
Oh, that'll be fun.
yeah,
See the jackets. That's cute, Kim.
but I just love it, and it looks really cute with like either leggings or straight black pants and like I won't be wearing a heeled booty, but if I could, I would. Tall boots, because it's almost like a riding jacket. It goes like almost to your knee a little bit, but
That's adorable.
I just love the jacket. And but this was I always wanted to put this on something that I could wear. It's beautiful. And this,
Both of those I've seen in the machine. I haven't embroidered either. They're going to the top of the list, but I think before that, I'm gonna have to take your challenge and do the jean jackets for all my nieces because that's really cute. I've got some fabric paint. I've got some embroidery thread that'll be perfect for those Disney designs. Oh yeah. And the ruffles.
and all of the embellishments too, Angela. Don't forget all of these embellishments
Oh, yeah.
too.
All the bling. Yeah, hold that up one more time so I can get one more good visual of that. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah,
So
yeah.
these are all from the scrapbooking department.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
So
That's adorable.
So this is a size extra small, like junior's extra small. So you can decide who it goes to, Angela. It's all up. It's all on you.
Oh, well, Allie wears an extra small.
Okay.
I think she'd love it. I think you're gonna have to bring it to the booths with you because people are gonna want to see that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's been around, but you know, it still holds up. I just yeah. I thought it was fun because it did have those big stains on it. It's like, oh no, I can't think of anything to embroider on those stains because they were not in good places. But by slapping on the paint, I think it worked out.
It's beautiful. Such inspiring ideas. I can hardly wait till you come back, Kim. It gives me like a little bit of time to start working on these, and everybody watching as well. I don't know if you saw the comments from your last show, but everybody absolutely loved it. It was so inspiring, and it gives you so many ideas. So what do you all think? Super fun,
again,
right?
It's just a jumping off point. It's just to give you like, oh, I didn't think about that, or maybe I could do that, but do it this way instead. So hopefully it's just a jumping off point. It's not specific, but
hey, it's great. And don't forget, if you guys do this, use hashtag Brothers Sews or hashtag Brothers Scan and Cut so we can see what you're doing, and mention that you saw this on At Your Side Virtually and that Kim showed it, and then she'll be able to see it too. Kim, this was amazing.
I love
love
what you do.
Good luck on your dog, and keep your shoes out of the way. And you might want to make 2 of those toys just in case.
Yeah, well, you know, this is the prototype, so we'll see how it goes. I'll check with Lolly tonight and see. She'll probably have it apart by tomorrow morning, but
yeah, we're gonna need it. I need a status update on this.
I will. will. I'll definitely let you know.
Oh, well, thank you so much for all the great ideas. And all of you, thank you for watching. It's so nice to see you. Until next time, happy sewing. And brother, thanks for letting us take over your page.